is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we are reacting to the top 5 potential coaching replacements for Patricia. Now, I think this is a very interesting one I want to get to. I actually put a poll up in the community, so definitely go check that out. Vote on whether or not you think he should be fired after the end of this season. That's what I have it as, because firing him right now is just, like, I understand some people want to do it. I'm not saying you're wrong for saying that, but it kind of, yeah. We're just going to say it to the end of the season. Go vote on that poll. But in this video, we're reacting to the top 5 potential coaching replacements. This should be very fun. Now, some people are on the side of giving him an extra year because, 2 years is enough to judge, which I understand. Some coaches, they take years to groom, right? They take years to really make their pieces, to really figure it out. And then some people are like, well, what about Jim Caldwell? He didn't get that much time and stuff like that, and he was actually winning games. It's really hard, okay? It's a really hard decision, and I think, there's really no wrong answer. I mean, I can understand both opinions. We'll definitely find out soon what the answer should be. I think if this season we don't win any more games, then yeah, you probably should fire him after the end of the season, because 3 wins is just not going to cut it. We'll see what happens. We'll get to that path when it comes to it. But right now, I want you guys to go vote over there so I can see how you guys feel. But now, let's react to this list, okay? So we can read a little bit here. So he says, Detroit Lions fired Jim Caldwell after a 9-7 season after 2017. The Pride were moving on from a head coach that led them to rare success. During Caldwell's brief 4-year tenure, the Lions posted 3 winning seasons and earned 2 playoff berths. Yet the Detroit Lions fired Caldwell. And I know the whole talk back then was, look, that's not good enough. That's like mediocre. We need to be winning championships and stuff like that. And hey, that got me hyped. I ain't gonna lie. I was on the bandwagon, like, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like that. Let's go win some championships. Now all of a sudden we're struggling. And, it can be a mixture of things. Some things happen, and maybe it's just he really is bringing in a whole new culture. I don't know exactly what it is, but I think it will be fun to react to these, so let's get it started. All right. First off, Lincoln Riley. Okay, Lincoln Riley, he's a really good offensive coach, I would say that. And right now we have a really good offense, so him and Darrell Bevell, that would be pretty dangerous. Let's read here. The hottest name in the NFL coaching carousel this offseason will be Lincoln Riley, 36-year-old offensive wonderkind. That's a cool word. I haven't heard that one before. Made a name for himself after 2 previous quarterbacks became Heisman Trophy winners and back-to-back first overall selections in the NFL draft. Maybe Stafford will get the MVP with Lincoln Riley. That would be pretty cool. He's kind of on pace to do that anyways. I mean, if we were just winning games. If the Lions hired Lincoln Riley, it would be an investment in a 31-year-old quarterback, Matthew Stafford. Despite having an MVP type season this year, many still don't view Stafford as a premier passer, which is wild. Okay, you need to stop it. Perhaps Riley, who is so adept at making average passes great, can do the same for the 10-year veteran Motown. He's great. He's already great. I think we need help on the other side of the football a little bit, but who knows? I mean, maybe he's good at that. And then it says Detroit would need to find a new voice for their defense, and that might be difficult due to changes the team made under Quinn and Patricia. But on the positive side, the Lions have the personnel to play multiple schemes dependent on who they brought in. Okay, well, you know what? I have a solution. Let's just stay with Paul Pasqualoni. I know you guys want to see that, right? Right? No. Okay, I just did it as a joke. You weren't laughing. You were mad. Okay, let's move on. Oh, Jim Harbaugh? Okay. Jim Harbaugh. I kind of like that one. I don't see him ever leaving Michigan, though. That's the thing. Unless they fired him. I can't read. This will be the obvious elephant in the room. If the room was, say, the size of the state of Michigan, the connection is clear. Jim Harbaugh was an exciting name when he became the head coach at the University of Michigan back in 2015. Man, I really liked Harbaugh. I really like Harbaugh. I know some people don't at Michigan. I'm not really going to get into that too much. I can if you guys want me to. If you guys want me to tell you why I think Harbaugh is a really good coach for Michigan. If you guys want me to, just let me know in the comments. That's why they're there. Okay, after all, Harbaugh was widely successful in a short stint at San Francisco 49ers. Yes, in the NFL, he's a really good coach, so I guess that is a good thing. The Niners 13-3, 11-4-1, 12-4, and 8-8. And he actually did lead them to a Super Bowl against his brother. So was it the Super Bowl? Yes, it was the Super Bowl. And then, the whole thing, then the power go out. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Jim Harbaugh will be pretty nice with Detroit. I think that would be kind of cool. I'm not going to lie. I think that would be cool. Harbaugh recently shot down rumors. Yeah, I just don't see him leaving. I really don't see him leaving. But again, he would be getting with Matthew Stafford. And we know Michigan's been looking for a quarterback for a minute. So, okay. Chris Richard, defensive backs coach for the Cowboys. I honestly don't know who this guy is, so now I'm intrigued to learn about him. If the Lions want to hire a defensive-minded coach, the choice is Chris Richard. I just said Chris Richard. Can someone please help me? Chris Richard. Okay. Although Richard has a title of passing game coordinator and defensive backs coach for the Dallas Cowboys, his role is more of a de facto co-defensive coordinator alongside former Lions head coach Ron Marinelli in Dallas. Oh, that's great. Richard was in charge of the Seahawks defense when it was known as the Legion of Boom. Okay, well, that's a good thing. So he was definitely part of a talented group. And I think that's what we're looking for. We're looking for a defensive mind at this point. I mean, we thought that was Matt Patricia. We see how that worked out. Matt Patricia, let's not talk about that. A former player himself, Richard is known as a player's coach, okay? And his intensity during practices on game day is infectious. Well, that's awesome. That's what I like to see. I like, when people get excited when you're a player's coach, I like those things, usually. The 40-year-old coordinator always seems to be one step away from strapping on a helmet himself, stepping on the field. Isn't it? That's what I want. I want the energy, and that's why I like Harbaugh a lot, because he has energy. If this man has energy like that, okay, then maybe Chris Richard is the guy for us. I haven't really heard of this guy before. Like I said, I should have, but I like that already. Okay, we got Eric Bieniemy. What? Offensive coordinator. Okay, so we're looking at a couple of offensive guys here, even though our offense is balling. Do we want another offensive coordinator with their... Okay, I don't know if that makes a lot of sense. When Andy Reid was hired as the new coach of the Kansas City Chiefs in 2013 after a successful 14-year run with the Eagles, Reid made former NFL running back Eric Bieniemy, I'm just going to say Bieniemy, I have no idea, part of his coaching staff. Okay, and for 5 years, Bieniemy coached the running backs for the Chiefs under Reid. In 2018, he was promoted to the offense coordinator and was second-year quarterback Patrick Mahomes under center. Okay, with him under center, Bieniemy helped Kansas City to the field, the highest-scoring offense in the NFL, racking up an incredible 35.3 points per contest. And that's a good thing. But I feel like our offense is like maybe the least of our worries. I don't think that's something we should be worried about too much. Let's see if they say anything about that. Except the 50-year-old Bieniemy to get plenty of interviews, head coaching job this offseason, and there's no reason Detroit shouldn't be one of them. Okay, so maybe because of their offense. Okay, I mean, I guess it can't hurt. If you put up 40 points per game, you're going to beat some teams. So maybe we'll just score more and forget about the defense. Okay, then finally we have a defense coordinator. Here we go. We got Robert Saleh. Look, I can't read. If y'all think I can read names, I can't, okay? They don't pronounce them. There's no translator where I can go like this and it reads it to me. No, I don't have an Alexa that helps me out. With Matthew Stafford under center and the hopeful addition of starting caliber running back this upcoming offseason, hopeful, please. The Detroit Lions figure a defensive-minded coach is the right direction to go. Enter in Michigan native Robert Saleh. Saleh? I'm going to say Saleh. I think that sounds right. Born in Dearborn. Dearborn, that's cool. Okay, I don't know why I laughed at that. Okay, Saleh got his coaching starts as a defensive assistant at Michigan State in 2002. He would move to Central Michigan and Georgia before landing with the Houston Texans as an intern in 2005. After stints with Seattle Seahawks and the Jacksonville Jaguars, Saleh landed a defensive coordinator job with the rebuilding San Francisco 49ers 2017. Oh, and look where they are now. Okay, wait a minute. I see what they're saying here. Yeah, Saleh... I couldn't think of anything. I was trying to think of something like Calais. Okay, during Saleh's 3-year stint with the 49ers, his defense has been steadily improving. It could be argued that San Francisco has the top defensive unit in the NFL right now. The 49ers allow a league-low 241 yards to opposing offenses and are second in points allowed per game at 12.8. Yeah, come here. With the Niners posting an impressive 8-0 record, they just lost last night, so that stinks. Saleh's name is one of the fastest risers for a possible head coaching position next year. And based on his roots, the Lions certainly seem to make a lot of sense for a potential landing spot. That would be awesome. Okay, I would love to have a great defensive mind. So again, I don't know how you guys feel. Do you want Matt Patricia out after the season? Yes or no? What will it take? You can let me all know all that in the comments below, or the community. You can go vote. Do both if you guys want to. Also, I don't know why I said also, but there you go. And I like some of these. I like Robert Saleh. That makes sense. I like the Cowboys. The Cowboys one, he said he's always excited. That would be a good move. I don't see Harbaugh leaving Michigan. I think the two offensive guru coaches, I guess you could say, over there. I don't know if that definitely makes sense. I don't know if that really makes sense for the Lions to get another offensive coach, unless they're trying to put up 40 points per game and then just outscore everybody. But other than that, I think we need a defensive mind, but obviously we have a defensive mind now, so I don't know. You guys have let me know in the comments below what you would go with. I like this man. I like the Cowboys one from what I've read. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'm out.